tight, guys. Double tight. Hey!
Here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about it. Some of these shorter gains.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30
try that to the other side,
there.
not this side.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now.
Watch
on
tight end,
first
tight end's
down.
right. Tight end's right.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
4 down. Alert!
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll look to throw. Hilton. And they'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting it in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play
Hey! 4 down.
And he'll get 4 down to about the 12-yard line.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard,
well,
fellas.
If you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation.
Let's get it.
Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
4 down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Go, hey, run it,
Give him a
run.
couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, baby.
He
Boom.
may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he likes tackles in the run game as well.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Black 99 Philly, here we go! All right, here we go. Green 39!
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Check 13. Check 13.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Throw again. That is
Watch QB drop.
Incomplete.
Watch
He was
QB
looking
drop.
for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd
Blitz.
down.
Blitz.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Tight end
Now
right,
they
tight
face
end
a
right.
3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletion.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Mike, check 59.
Detroit! Detroit!
Let's go, let's go.
That's Allen.
That's it,
And he
baby.
gets this one
That's
just
it.
shy of the 40, down at the 39. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch number 86. Watch 86.
Now let's go!
Single slot.
He's got it out on the left side.
Woo!
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
You got him.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like
Watch
what
tight.
you just
Tight
said.
ends right. Watch
First
tight.
quarter,
Tight ends right.
Can you do it all game long? They can.
Crash.
After the catch.
Crash.
Now you put the offense in a position where
Run!
every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs.
Easy
and you
work.
tend to
It's
stall them
easy
out
work,
when
and
you
it's
do
coming
that.
again.
On third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Double tight. 4 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Mike to 59.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively.
No gain on this
and
defense.
it
No
likely
gain.
forces a punt situation on fourth. On
Okay,
is the
we got
Chargers
4.
punter
We got
now,
4.
as he's
Let's
on
go,
the
fellas.
punt
We got
for
4
the
down.
first
Let's go.
time this afternoon. In the win last week as he gets this one away. And here come the Redskins now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're
Gun!
They didn't punch it in for 6
Gun!
points. But they
And he's brought
I'm gonna
down,
hit
but
you
not before they
all
get it across
day,
the 20-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Gun!
2 tights. 4 down. Blitz.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this season, I think.
Not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Tight ends
on the Ringo.
For weeks thereafter.
Check now.
Crash down. Yards and it moves the sticks.
Run,
And
go!
that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the
Single
ball to try and
receiver,
get him on the
receiver.
ground,
Hey, you're on an
he's gonna
island
keep
over
making
there.
runs
Single
like that.
receiver.
I feel the press box shaking every time he touches
25,
the ground.
check 25, check. Backer.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys.
Watch him now, Barney!
3 down. Shit.
On the right side, Reed. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
3 down.
Catch it 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first
Run.
Give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Right there.
I do know from experience that when you
baby.
slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gotw. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. An extra defensive.
Detroit! Gun!
Six man. Check curls.
For the Redskins touchdown.
Blitz. Blitz.
Josh Doxson, his fourth touchdown.
They hold me, coach. They can't hold me, baby. They can't hold me. They can't hold me, baby.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will
Oh, yeah,
send
that's the
this
score,
one away.
baby. That's it, huh?
This fielded a few yards in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
Tight right,
You know
tight
what I
right.
would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist,
We got
guys.
4.
He doesn't even
We got
exist.
4.
He's not a team anymore. I just cut him.
Hurry up, here we go.
So you've got to go out and create
3-19.
some offense. Listen, if somebody got to be casualties at times.
We got
we're trying
3.
to win a
3
game.
down. 3
First
down.
down
Hey,
yardage
fellas, we
on
got
the
3.
first
Let's
play of
go.
The drive, give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Detroit!
Some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. It's a 6-yard
Yeah,
pickup, and
baby.
it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Space here. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
That's where you belong.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Lay down. Double tight. Double tight. Double tight.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Hot, hot, hot. Hot,
Look at the
hot.
spin.
Hot, hot, hot.
And he takes it in for
Go,
a
go,
Charger
run,
touchdown.
run.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before, because that worked. But you have to
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll buy some time. Takes it right side to Doxson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
4 down. 4 down. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd
Run,
down.
run, run.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Across midfield and into Charger territory. Still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Tight, double tight. Out. 3 down. 3 down.
All right, here we go. 3-19! now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Right there.
I got you. Before getting this inside the 30. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone. As he's got a first down on that last catch.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down.
They're coming. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice
That
hit.
play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but
Watch
still,
it now, Barney.
don't want to
Barney.
moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Hey, Mike
Yeah, they didn't
52,
get a
Mike
first
52.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Slam.
Time as the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up the first down.
Oh, boy, I know
They
you
Oh,
ran
felt
it
that one.
and picked it up.
I know you.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
He can't hang. He's not gonna get me.
Out to the left, it's complete to Daxon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Tight end to the
But in
right,
this
boy. Tight end to the
situation,
right.
the
Move.
defense was effective, able to stop him before he...
And he is met at the line of
That's
scrimmage,
it,
and he
baby.
goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see.
All right, now,
Most
lucky
of the time, you
56.
think about
Lucky
those guys covering
56.
pass catchers. In this
Double
case,
tight.
he was a big
Detroit!
factor in the run game.
Detroit!
No gain.
3 down. You got tight.
And he'll be taken
got
down
tight right
after
there.
a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Run,
It's a pickup
run,
of
and run
3,
it.
and we have now arrived at the 2-minute
You don't want no
warning.
problems.
2
You don't want no
minutes
problems with
remain
me.
here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
3 down. Check. 3 down.
Mike Tomlin takes
49,
a shot
check
here, but to
49,
no
check 49.
avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Hey, tight end's right.
Sometimes
Watch
those
tight
plays
end.
are stacked up by the
Watch it
defense,
now,
and there's
Barney,
nowhere to go,
Barney.
so you have to bounce it outside, and some
Hut!
backs just get impatient.
Hot.
In any case, it didn't work here.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack.
We got
2nd
right.
and 19.
Check.
Hut!
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Incomplete.
Play that
Keenan
tight
Allen, the
deep.
intended
Don't let
target,
him breathe,
and it's 3rd
defense.
down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much
Strong
success
right.
on the
Strong
scoreboard.
right.
They'd
Strong
like to
right.
avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use
Now, let's
something
go.
here on
Green
3rd down.
39. Green 39. Hut!
24 is the mic.
Come on. You better bring
Bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now your field goal. You get ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the
Your
decision
trip
is
ends
here,
here,
if they
baby.
get to that
Your trip
spot.
ends here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight
All
right
right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Three down.
Throwing it back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming
No.
second down
Check.
play.
Patriot.
4 yards
Patriot.
on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Yeah,
Been
baby.
very good about
Yeah,
checking my
baby.
math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that.
Hey.
stuff.
4 down.
Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby.
We
Yeah.
saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Man left. We got
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The
Watch tight
Redskins
end,
gonna
watch
go
tight
ahead
end.
and use their
Tight right,
final
tight right.
timeout, as the stoppage will come with
Alert,
23
alert.
seconds to
3
go
down,
to
3 down.
halftime.
84. Who's got
The
84?
Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6.
Watch tight end.
Not bad.
Watch tight end.
This
Tight
is
end's right.
3rd and 9.
Tight end's right.
Off the blue.
3 down.
And this is taken
Hey, that's
in
the
for
way you
a
finish, boy.
Redskins
Finish strong.
touchdown.
Yeah, let's go.
T.Y. Hilton as the first
Touchdown!
half is winding
Touchdown!
down. And the Redskins. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds.
Gun,
All that
gun!
remains for this
Gun,
first
gun!
half as they
Watch
come up
tight.
1st and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
He's going to loft one.
Crash,
Deep left
crash,
side here.
crash.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
Now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now
Tight end's
here's a
Ringo.
tough
Tight
third
end's
and
on the Ringo.
5.
Tight end's on the Ringo.
All right, here we go.
Fourth down.
And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that
Out,
locker
out,
room.
Hey, watch 28.
Create more hype than what is there. But this is
Crash, crash, crash.
This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
Okay,
and they're
baby, I
scripting
see you.
something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
Leopard!
And back into
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that is a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying going for him right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Switch. Mike's 59. Mike's get off the field.
The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Get there.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Outside coming.
Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Crash.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync. Whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw. Now is this one sent away. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Get after you if they Let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened.
Here comes the boom.
They
I
got
see
in
you,
there and
boy.
they said, listen,
I see you.
let's take control right away.
You got the
Defense,
lead, yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down.
Yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Blitz.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Gun!
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here.
We got 4.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his head, take a sack. And in this case, he's turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have
Watch
to
it now, Barney! Barney!
Big time.
Check.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Mike, check.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
He's going to look deep down the field. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You crazy, boy.
Everything
You crazy.
He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Woo! It's too clean. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Hey,
watch the slant.
There as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard
Let's
on
go.
the pickup
Come
there,
on,
and it'll bring up a
run to
second
the
and
ball.
9.
We got a runner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping,
baby.
those big defensive
All right,
linemen
now,
will
lucky
take the
56.
beat and
Lucky
move laterally
56.
and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Focus, defense, focus.
That's Young. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards
That's
is
it,
the
baby.
pickup, and
That's
that'll lead
it.
to a third
That's
down.
it. Big hit.
The Redskins on third down. They've had good success,
Hey,
5 for 8
right.
to
Watch
this
tight
point.
end.
This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, boys.
Gun! 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 Hot!
And this is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the
Double
first
tight,
play.
guys,
Give
double
the quarterback some
See
confidence.
what happens.
We got
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
That's
on the
it,
stop,
baby.
The safety, Troy Apke.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there.
strong
Not a
right.
big impact
Strong
on
right.
first down.
Strong right.
And he's going to be met out of scrimmage and taken down.
Came out to play.
No gain on that
Don't
one
be
as it
mad.
brings
Don't
up
be
a
mad.
third
It's
and
more
10.
coming. It's more where I came
While
from.
there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to
Watch
that
10,
point in
watch 10.
time,
Come on,
though,
come on, watch
where the
10, watch
identity
10.
may have to go out the window.
Gun,
They've got to
gun,
go a little bit
gun,
faster in
gun.
order to try and win the game.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Gun! 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 Gun!
52.
Hot!
Watch Mike.
Hot!
Guys, same situation. Let's go.
That is incomplete.
Crash.
That's really
Crash.
nice coverage there. I'm not
Crash.
sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway.
Blitz.
But boy,
Blitz.
oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, boy, this is another boomer. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put
Right.
them in a
He's tight
tougher
right here. He's
spot?
tight on the right.
Over!
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
It's hauled in
Watch
by
twist.
Jackson.
Watch the twist.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Hey,
16
we got
yards
four. We got
right
four
off the
down.
bat
Four
and a
down.
first down. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
Watch 84. Watch 84. Hey, watch.
The Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Yeah.
Way to get behind them pass and run. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up.
15 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
We got 3. Back down.
Right near the 25, able to break through that initial contact, got him some extra yardage. And they only get a yard back here. They'll be left with a third down and
Get him,
long.
boys.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3 down. 3 down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mike. 56 is.
He'll drop the throw.
Let's go.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his
That's
back.
right. That's
And we
right.
say it all the
That's right.
time.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Sooner than that.
Boom, boom.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as throw the ball. They're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there.
All right, now, lucky
Hoping to do better
56.
than they
Lucky
did their last
56.
possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they
Set.
control your
319.
leverage guys.
319.
If you do that, you start to win first.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, buddy.
Because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Check 3.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
3 down. 3.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
He's able to get this one down to the 40-yard
They don't want it,
line.
fellas. They
Give them 12
don't
yards there,
want
and
it.
the Chargers
Keep
have a first
playing
down.
hard, fellas.
Now, yes, a
all
two-possession
day.
game, but a good chunk of time on the
Woo!
clock, so they have the
Let's
ability
break.
still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it
13.
up a bit.
13,
You're
fellas.
right, they did
13.
pick
Watch
up the first
13.
down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the. They gotta get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
This is
Blitz.
Gordon on the dump
Blitz.
off. 4 yards on the pickup.
Hot,
and
hot,
that'll
hot,
make it
hot,
second
hot, hot.
down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's
Yeah,
NFL
baby.
because there's so many
Boom.
things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as the Turkey Bowl. where you have
Gun,
that
gun.
center-eligible
Gun,
stuff,
gun.
But still,
Tight end.
a lot of
Tight
guys
right,
to
tight
account
right.
for.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Here comes the blitz.
To get him into one-on-one
Come
opportunities.
The Redskins do get to him.
Sack,
He goes down
baby!
for a sack. Preston
Good job.
Smith in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now, right after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Alert 86.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson takes it with a return just out
That's
across
it,
the
baby.
15
That's
to the
it.
16-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
4 down.
Over!
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
You got
That's
him.
going to go as
You
a
got
loss
him.
of 4, and it'll
You
be
got
second
him.
down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play.
Tight end.
And
Watch tight
facing
end.
a
Tight end's
second
right.
and long.
Tight end's right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Hey. 4 down.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Hot.
I think he had to
Hot,
unload
hot,
that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Easy work.
Just not
It's
enough
easy
time
work,
for
and
the
it's
play
coming
to
again.
develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Redskins on third down. They've hit on half of them. 5 for 10.
Gun!
This is
Gun,
third
gun!
and 13. Able to push his way through. Dancing to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. They don't get the hook up there, but you all these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it. Precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Chargers getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Tight end right.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So after the
Watch tight. Tight end's
incompletion,
right.
second
Watch
and
tight.
10 from the
Tight end's right.
22.
Detroit.
4 down. Even.
And he'll be hit as
Okay,
he
folks, we got
releases
4.
it,
We got
and
4.
that'll fall
Let's go, fellas. We
incomplete.
got 4 down. Let's
We've
go.
seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6
Detroit!
thus far.
Detroit!
This is third
Ringo.
and 10.
Tight end's on the Ringo.
All right, here we go.
Nowhere to escape, and he
Blitz,
goes
they're
down.
coming.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in
Hot,
this
hot,
game is
hot.
absolutely
Hot,
extraordinary.
hot,
Let's just
hot.
face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this
Now let's
plays
go.
out.
Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
catch on the sideline. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the line of scrimmage
Double
moves
tight.
all the way
Double
across the
tight.
50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Got three down.
He's going to launch this thing.
Blitz!
And it pops free. The collision there
Crash,
jarred
crash,
the ball loose
crash,
and brings
crash.
up 2nd down.
I'm gonna hit
defense
you
was definitely
all
alert to the
day.
possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
Double
They've
tight,
got
double
the
tight.
lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more
Hey,
passes
guys,
like
check
that
me out, check me out.
downfield.
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
To throw. Lying to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
That's a pick,
Picked
boy.
off
That's
at
a
about
pick.
the 31.
Going the other way.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Right.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
4 down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games,
Run,
and at the start of the
run.
4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers.
Gun!
This offensive line is really hunkered
Tight
down
right,
and
tight right,
established
tight right.
themselves.
Now,
So
this is
up
where
there,
they
check
say
the outs
put the
up there.
game.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
All you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision,
Run.
and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Yeah,
Bottom
baby.
line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling
Watch
forward,
tight end.
and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up
Hey, boys, we got
front
4.
in order to
4
Big loss.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. Have him protect you.
In there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16. Steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Leopard.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series
Gun!
after the
Tight
delay
to the
of
right,
game.
boy. Tight to
1st
the
and
right.
15.
Move.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hot.
Bang, bang. 52's the mark.
Gun.
Coming to you.
Looking deep downfield. They're on inside the 35.
3 down.
And
3
he
down.
takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way
Eyes
down
on 10.
inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Single.
First down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch number 5.
Hurry up, here we go.
Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. Close game again. And the lead is down to 4. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you.
We got 3. Eyes on 13.
Will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ship.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion
Get there.
after this.
3 down. 3 down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Alert.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be
Right there.
incomplete.
All
Well, we
day,
always talk about
baby.
you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. That's an incomplete pass on 2nd down. That'll
All right,
leave
now,
him
lucky
trying to
56.
convert
Lucky
on 3rd
56.
and 9.
3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey, turn it out.
To
Turn
the
it out.
33-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Tressway now. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football.
Hurry up, here we go.
They have to feel good about the
3:19.
opportunity.
3:19.
Henry's got it. And they'll get him down
Leopard!
past the
Leopard!
15. They needed some breathing
Gun,
room. He
gun!
gave it to him.
Gun,
11
gun!
yards and a first down.
That gets them
Here
the
we go,
first
here we
down, but
go.
they've still got to move quickly.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
86 to man. 86 to man. Watching.
Left side complete to Keenan Allen.
That's where you
And he'll
belong.
be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Check 43.
Detroit! Detroit!
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
And a timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher
He's
from
tight
here.
right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
3 down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
brings up third down.
Lay down!
Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
We got
Over!
Kill!
Gun! Hot!
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Don't be
So
scared
this
of it.
defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play
Crash,
away from finishing it
crash.
off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know,
Hot,
it's not how you
hot,
start,
hot.
it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right
Yeah,
here.
baby! Boom!
And down by 5, they've got to
Detroit!
go for it here
Detroit!
on 4th down.
Watch 10!
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56.
That's how we do it, baby!
What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Two tights! Hey, 4 down!
Hot!
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for Washington, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll get their shot at